So we started this chapter across the wall, and it was about Afsana, a basketball player, and how she and her three to four teammates, they built this local basketball team in Nagpara, and how they built up their basketball team and how they played it and how they trained in the local basketball ground. So we learned about all of that, and here we are on this page number 158, and it says, "We said, tell us more about your team." One girl, "Our team is very special, our team is united. Even if we quarrel, we quickly make up and forget about it. Here we have learned how to stay and play together." Some of the girls from our team got a chance to play as a part of the Mumbai team. The match was at Sholapur. Sholapur is the name of the place where the match was held. Zareen, when we went to Sholapur, we found that the team had girls from different parts of the state. They did not talk to us nicely and treated us like juniors. They would not even give us a chance to play properly. We felt very bad. There was no cooperation at all in that team. So they went for a match and they saw how other teams were playing there. And during that match, I threw the ball to one of the team members, but she could not catch it. In turn, she started scolding me, blaming me for the mistake. In all this misunderstanding, we lost the match. But this never happens in our own team. If we do miss a basket because of someone's mistake, we do not get angry. We say, never mind, next time we'll do it better. It is most important to support each other because we are all part of a team. Again, there are things about individual games and the team games. When you are playing individually, when you're playing alone, one on one, you are playing you are playing alone, and similarly your competitor or the person who is playing against you, that is also playing alone. So you have your competitive competitor is in the other team, but when you're playing in a team, you have to support, and you have to uh, come forward, or you have to play as a team together. You are a team, which means if one person loses, the team loses, and if one person is making more efforts, it's he or she, they are making it for the team so that the team could win. So when you're playing in a team, you have to you know support each other. You have to motivate your team members to play well. When they're doing well, you have to congratulate them, motivate them, and appreciate them for their efforts. That's how a team grows successful and stronger. So Afreen says, after playing in Sholapur, we realized what was special about our team. Cooperation between us is our strength. We understand and support each other well. Even if every player is excellent, the team can lose a match if all do not play together as a team. Yes, if you are very good players individually, but you are not supportive or you are not together as a team, you will eventually lose. So you have to support your team members, you have to play together, you have to learn how to play together. And this togetherness, or this support and this coordination, it builds when you play together, when you stay together. So more and more you play together, it becomes a habit, and then you learn how all the members or all the players in your team are, and that's how you learn to play as a team. That's how your team gets stronger. To play as a team, it is important to understand each other's strengths and weaknesses, as I've told you just now. So, here are some questions. Have you ever played as a part of a team of your class, school, or neighborhood? So, have you ever played? Yes, when we used to come to school, or even now, if you play some team games, you would play with your friends, or sometimes you used to play football and the basketball, or Even if you are playing badminton, you are playing it in doubles, or even if you are playing any street game, say hopscotch or something like uh, पिट्ठूग्राम or जो भी आप games खेलते हो which you play in teams. So they're just asking you about that, and whom do you play it with, and what games do you play. So you have to just write them down. What is the difference between playing for yourself and for the team? So again, as we were discussing when we were reading this part, so playing for yourself means there's no competitor in your team. You just have to play your competitor, the person who is against you is in the other team. So you have to make that person lose. But when you're playing for a team, it's possible that your teammates are better than you, but instead of bringing them down, or you know instead of making them lose, you have to work together and make your team win. So that is the reason. While playing in a team, would you like to play for yourself or the team? Why? So that's a question for you. When you're playing in a team, would you like to play just for yourself, or uh, would you like that your team wins? So if we if change this question to how would you like if if you're playing something in a team, or you're playing a team game, what would you like that when you win only you should be praised or your team should be praised? How would you like that? So you can write the answer in your notebooks. Is your team like the team Afsana played with that Sholapur, or like the Nagpara team? How? With Sholapur means when they were, when they were grouped with some other members of different states, and there was no coordination between them and they lost that match. Is your team like that, or is your team like the Nagpara team, which stayed together and they won so many matches? Uh, they reached the level. So they practiced very much. Sorry. So they practiced very much, and then they crossed so many levels, and now they were at they got this chance to play for the Mumbai team. So which one is yours? Is it the team as it was in the Nagpara one, or the Sholapur one? What sort of team would you match the most to? Next, we said you have done so much. What next? So these are all the interview questions. As we have started this chapter, we saw that Afsana and her team members, they were being interviewed, and these are all the interview questions, and through them we are getting to know about the team games and the individual games, or or should girls and boys have different games, or their game should be same. So we are learning different concepts from the same interview. Afsana has been asked this question: what have you have done so much, and what is your next step? Afsana says, we have been playing well, so we have got a chance to go to many places. We have played for our city and our state. We hope to work hard and play for our country someday. Yes, then we will also be popular like the cricketers. We all want to play well. We should bring glory to our area and our country. We want to show that Indian girls team can win a gold medal. We will make this happen. So now their next step is that they have to uh, uh, bring stars, shining stars to their country, glory to their country name, to their area name, and then they want that uh, like like the male teams, they would also bring some medals as the girls team, a girls basketball team, and they would get a gold medal for India. So that is their next step. Discuss. Have you ever taken part in some game or competition from your school or area? How did you feel? So if we talk about competitions, yes, we take part in so many competitions every year. Now it's a little low scale, but when we are in school we have this grand sort of thing. When we have these competitions, we sit in an area, or if we are having some sports competition, we go to the sports ground, and we have so many events going on. कहीं पे कोई race हो रही है, and then you will see somebody's jumping, high jump, है ना, high jump, long jump, you will see all these things happening. So they're just asking you, have you ever taken part in some such sort of competition in your school or games? And how did you feel when you participated, or when you saw so many people participating in it and winning? So what was your, how did you feel about it? What are your thoughts on it? Did you go to school other did you go to some other place to play? What was that place like? Why did you, how did you like going to that place? So they're asking, when you have taken part in some competition, has it ever happened that you went to some other place or some other school or some other area to play? If you are playing in your, in some club or something, you play in different areas, you play with different club members, or if you are if you are in a school team, school a sports team, or any music dance team, so you go to different schools for, inter-school competitions होते हैं, inter-district, inter-zonal, and you go to different places to participate. So how do you like that place, and how do you, do you like going to different places to participate as a team or on behalf of your school? That, it happens when you go to a different school to participate, you are representing your school. They'll say, oh, this team is from the DMS Bhubaneswar. So you feel so proud, that, oh yes, uh, we are the only ones from our school over here, and if we win, and everybody will know about our school, and we'll be so, we'll make our parents, we'll make our teachers, we'll make our friends, our area, everybody around us, we'll make them so much proud. They'll take pride in, being called yours. Have you seen matches being played between India and other countries? Which ones? So you must have seen all sorts of matches, hockey matches, cricket, then kabaddi and football, and so many, basketball. What else? Badminton, tennis, all sorts of matches you must have seen when, when there is some tournament going on, or when you will have, say, Olympics or the Commonwealth Games. So yes, you see all sorts of matches, tournaments happening throughout the year, and different sports have different times when they are being broadcasted, or when you go to watch them in some stadium near your house, or you especially go to some place to watch those matches live. So we all know about the cricketers of India, and we all like them. Do people also know and like the Indian players who play some other games? So some other players means players who play some other sport other than cricket. Yes or no? Yes, we know. So what we have to do, let's collect the data, or collect the names and the sports, names of the players and the sports they play, at least 5 to 10. So collect 5 to 10 players' name and the sports they play. You just have to write them down in your notebook, players' name and the sports they play. And apart from cricketers, because we know cricketers are already famous, so let's find out about other sport players. So, do you know the players of the Indian football or kabaddi team? You can include these two sports and some other sports also. Hockey, ice hockey, badminton, tennis, swimming, athletics, golf. You can include anything you wish to. We asked, did you face some other difficulties? Khushnu said, to tell the truth, we have not got all this very easily. As girls, even to be able to start playing was difficult. We had to convince our families. Sometimes we even had to fight. Even today, not many girls can play like this. Forget games. Earlier, some people did not even allow girls to study. My mother wanted to do so many things, but she never got a chance. So, my mother encourages me to take part in all activities like games, swimming, and drama. Sana says, even now we are supposed to go home as soon as we finish playing. The boys go here and there and can chit chat till late. No one says anything. After coming from school, I help my mother with the cleaning work in two or three houses, do my studies, and then come here to play. I also help at home if my brother wants tea and he makes it for himself. Then mother says he has three sisters, yet he has to work. One girl amongst them. Now just look at Zareen's younger brother. He is only 5 years old, but he says, Mummy, why do you send Bibi to play? She does not look nice playing like that on the ground. Ask him if he will play, and he says, I'm a boy, of course I will play. Sana says, but it is good for everyone to play. We have now realized how much we benefit from playing. I want to be such a good player that other girls and boys would wish to be like me. So these were some of the difficulties that girls face. These girls faced when because they were not allowed to, you know, stay out to play or stay out to practice for their sport, the basketball. So they had to convince their families, they had to come back to their home as soon as they finished their practice. So such was the environment of their home. Again, the discussed question, what would happen if girls are not allowed to play games, to study, or to do some other work of their choice? So what would happen if you would not let anyone do what they want to do? There becomes pressure, and they would not be able to do they would not able to dream, or they would not able to do something they wish to. They would be very sad and unhappy, and they would be irritated at so many things. How would you feel if you were not allowed to take part in some game or drama? Just forget in some game or drama, you could just suffix, you could just place anything that you like. If you're not allowed to do what you like, you don't feel good, you don't feel like doing anything if you're not allowed. ऐसा होता है ना कि कोई चीज हमें बहुत पसंद है and we want to do it, but somehow our parents, they're not giving us permission to do that, or बहुत कर रहे हैं, no, you don't have to do it, you just have to study, or you just have to do this work. And then you become all cranky, and then you are just, I won't do this work, and let's see how would you make me do this work. So you get all, irritated, and why you're not letting me do this, you're so unhappy, you uh, don't like to do any work. So same case happens with that. If you're not allowed to do what you know what you think as enjoyment or fun, or which will make you relaxed. Have you heard of any women players? Name them and the games they play. So the homework which was given on the previous slide, which was you have to write the names of the sports personalities or the players and the sports they play. You can write some of the women players also. In which areas other than sports have you heard of women getting recognition? So we have in this. book only we have read about so many women, who have got some recognition. We have heard about Sunita Williams, Kalpana Chawla. We have read about Bachendri Pal. So there are so many. We know Indira Gandhi, and then we know Kiran Bedi, and we know so many, great personalities, great women who have, worked so hard in their fields, and they have gained so much success that they are inspiration to so many girls and boys out there. Are these women less known than men? Why? No, they are very, very much known. They are successful. Some of them are even, more known or more recognizable to us than men. ऐसा हो सकता है कि हम बहुत सारे astronauts को we wouldn't know them because they are not so known, but we all know who is Sunita Williams. We know her story. We know who she was, what she did, and we all know about her. तो ऐसा नहीं है कि because she is women we know less about her. It's all about the hard work and hard work and dedication you do in your work. तो जो भी आप काम करते हो उसमें, if you are uh, no matter if you are a boy or a girl, अगर आप किसी काम में जो भी आप whatever you are doing the work, अगर आप उसमें पूरी मेहनत करते हो, you know you do hard work for it, you dedicate yourself to it, you focus you are focused for it. Doesn't matter you're a boy or girl, if you know if you are working in a good direction, आप बिल्कुल right direction में काम कर रहे हो, you will be successful and you will be known. So nothing matters. No, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है कि only the men will or only the boys will get recognition of their work. If you are doing well, you will do well. How would you find the world to be if girls never got a chance to take part in the games, drama, or dance? How would you feel if such a thing happened to boys? Again, you can, since it's imagine type of question, you can write it on your own. What would happen if girls, if you talk about the girls, we have, the great personalities, अगर उनको chance ही नहीं मिला होता that they could go out of their, homes, they could study or they could play a game or a sport, तो अगर उनको वो chance नहीं मिला होता तो what would have happened? And the second part of the question is, what would have happened if no choice or no chances were given to boys, like like they were not given to girls earlier? Do you know of any woman or girl who would want to be like when you grow up? Who you would want to be like? So your inspiration. So any women or any girl inspiration, who you look at her and you say, oh, no, oh, she is a very hardworking woman. I would like to be, or because of her, I want to be this person, or I want to pursue this. I would want to be this, or I want to be an astronaut, or I want to be an IPS officer because of this lady, because of this woman, because she inspires me so much. Or I want to be a good cook because my mother is such a good cook. Or I want to be a good storyteller because my grandmother is a very good storyteller. Or you would say, if your sister, she is helping you with something, so you want to be like her. So all these things, but the catch is that you have to write about the women or the girls who inspires you. So do you have someone in your life, your immediate life, or any celebrity or any something known personality that that you're inspired from? So you have to talk about that. Again, homework. What next? I just want to say that if you have some dreams for yourself, give your best to fulfill them. Kushnoor, if you have a wish or a dream, have courage to speak about it. If you don't do this now, you may regret later. We said the newspaper wrote about all of you. Now students will read about you in this book. How do you feel? Afreen, we are so happy about it that we have no words to explain our happiness. We now feel we just play even better to make our area and our country famous. All girls, yes, this is our wish too. So everybody was excited to learn that this would, be printed in the newspaper and then in the books. Coach Sir, the coach who made this team, Noor Khan, told us this part of Mumbai is very crowded, means it's full of people. This is the only playground in this area. This is our small Bachchu Khan playground. A person named Mustafa Khan used to live in our area. Everyone was afraid of him, but children were very fond of him. So everyone started calling him Bachchu Khan. There was no ground then. It was just muddy land, but Chukha used to train children to play. We were among those children. It is because of Bachchu Khan's devotion and training that players from this area are able to compete with the teams of other countries. Like Bachchu Khan, I've trained the children of this area. Today, our team has some who play at the international level. Some have even won the Arjuna Award. So, Arjuna Award is the award which players get when they perform or when they bring excellence in their फील्ड ऑफ स्पोर्ट्स तो जो भी स्पोर्ट्स खेलते हैं वो जिससे भी एसोसिएटेड होते हैं जब उसमें वो बहुत ज्यादा एक्सीलेंट रिजल्ट्स दिखाते हैं व्हेन दे टेक योर टेक इंडिया एट इंटरनेशनल लेवल और वहाँ पे वो बहुत अच्छा परफॉर्म करते हैं then the Indian government gives them Arjuna Award, which is best sort of a best player award. Player for players, it's Arjuna Award, and the coach who trains them in that sport, उन वो जो कोच होते हैं उनके उनको मिलता है द्रोणाचार्य अवार्ड्स बिकॉज द्रोणाचार्य when we look at in the past, in the history, Dronacharya, he was a very, very good guru. He was a very good coach. So on his name, this Dronacharya award is given to all the coaches who have trained brilliant players. So Dronacharya award is for the gurus or the coaches, and Arjuna award is for the players in India. Noor Khan continued, in the last few years, we have also prepared a girls' team here. Our girls play for the Maharashtra state with good discipline. Maharashtra state team. They practice well with good discipline. Our girls and boys come from different types of families. Some are from poor homes, some from richer, some study in Urdu medium, and some in English. But once they come here, they all make a team. So everybody is a team when they are here. The newspaper report said Afsana has jumped over the wall, the gender wall that her mother had put up for her. Think and write in your words what was this wall. So now we have discussed this question in the beginning when we started this chapter, what this wall means, what is jumping over this wall, and now when we have finished this chapter, you can easily define what this wall was, what the wall was, mentioned in the title of this chapter, which said across the wall. What do you understand by gender bias? So, bias means when you are, you know, when you're partial towards one gender, when you are favoring only one gender. So, gender bias means when you're favoring just one gender, usually in the society, in general terms, it's like you're favoring males or the boys more, but less, girls less. But now, with all the education and all the awareness around, it's all changing. All, girls and boys, they have an equal say in all these things. They get equal education. They are very equal, or what would you say, they are equally participating in academic areas, in sports, right? They are also they are equally interested in the dancing and the singing and all the co-curricular activities, even the horse riding or the adventure sports, which are the dangerous sports. So everywhere you can see both boys and girls which is a very good thing. What have we learned? Should games for boys and girls be different? Think and write about what you feel. So yes, because physical activity, everyone needs it. Everyone needs to relax their mind, है ना? जो भी थकान होती है उसको रिलैक्स करने के लिए, एंजॉयमेंट के लिए, फन के लिए सबको गेम्स खेलने होते हैं. सो ऐसा कुछ नहीं होना चाहिए दैट दीज गेम्स आर ओनली फॉर गर्ल्स और दीज आर ओनली फॉर बॉयज. Every game should be for everyone, so there should be no differentiation ki no, these games are only played by girls, we shouldn't play it, or these are only for boys, let boys only play this. Everybody should play every type of game, क्योंकि सब गेम से कुछ ना कुछ अलग ही वो होता है, डेवलप होता है. So you should play all type of games. If you are made the leader of a team, how will you prepare for your team? So some of them I've already written, you can also write some of your own. And that's it for this chapter.